Well, we're going to dive into our grain trade in this segment here and welcome some expert help from Todd Bubba Horwitz of BubbaTrading.com. He's located in the Chicago metro area there. And Todd, I want to visit with you about this grain market action here that we have been seeing. Let's dive into the corn market here to see how it's holding up. It has been fairly quiet so far today, but you know, last night in the Globex trade, I remember when I went to bed, everything was a little bit weaker. And then I got up this morning and some of the grain trade was fairly sharply higher. Well, now we have December corn down a half, March down a penny. In the soybean market right now, you currently have that November contract over there. It is now showing, well, it's actually a mixed tendency. So let's take a look here. It is now 2 1/4 higher at 935.5, and now January 2 1/2 higher. It actually went lower for a little bit, and now it's just starting to kind of claw its way back. And then you have the wheat, and you look at Chicago December wheat here, and we're down a couple of pennies at 521.5. We've been on both sides. It's sharply off of its overnight high, though. Looking at Kansas City wheat, it's down about 3 cents or so, down 3 1/4 now at 422.25. Minneapolis wheat is just kind of fractionally lower to maybe a penny lower at times. It's drifting around. So what's going on here, Todd? I know you're one of those folks that you don't like to jump at knee-jerk reactions in the market, and that appeared to be the case here overnight. What's going on?
Morning, Marlon. You know, I think you look at it, the last couple of days, we've been stronger and then ended up weaker, which is not a great sign. The only case I can make from here, and we're still bullish and we still like them, but it is becoming somewhat of a concern. But as long as we can hold these support levels, I think we get much higher prices. But this lack of trade, now part of it is, I'm going to say, the lack of volume, the lack of real activity in the markets right now, because markets generally, equities, there's not a market that has any volume at all right now. So that could be, I can explain part of the way, but we still have to hold price. And I think corn's got to hold like 385 or so, not much lower than 380 if it gets down that far. And soybeans have to hold, 925, and wheat's got to hold at $5. I mean, if we can't do that, then I think then there's going to be some troubles. Now, again, I don't believe that's going to be the case. But this action the last 2 days has been, fairly not as bullish as I'd like to see it.
I want to change topics on you just a little bit here while I have you on the line. And this wheat market here had an update this morning that said Australia has probably already lost 30% of their wheat crop due to drought over there. And yet you continue to have the wheat under pressure like we're seeing again today. What's it going to take to snap that wheat market out of it?
Well, I think listen, wheat's had a heck of a move, Marlon. I mean, we've jumped nicely over the last couple of weeks. So, I think, the market's already anticipated what was going to happen in Australia. I think that this is a little bit of a pullback. Again, I didn't like the way they were. I think they were up 8 cents higher this morning, and now they're down about 2 or 3. I don't like that action at all. But again, it's not bad as long as we can hold the key support level. And again, the markets are so much more efficient and so much faster in getting information that we finally get that they've already knew that there was a problem in Australia, which is why we probably saw the initial rally. Now, again, I think there's going to be some problems here as well. So I think we're going to see these rallies continue because I do not think the USDA report was accurate. I think it was overstated. I think we're going to find out that we don't have as much as we think we have.
Interesting stuff. All right, that'll be an unfolding story as we move forward. Thank you, Todd, for talking with us. Appreciate it. Todd Bubba Horwitz is with BubbaTrading.com in Chicago. We'll come back and we'll take a look at our livestock trade and the pork industry when we come back after this.